It is game day, and the number 1 Wolverines, number 1 seed in the East, taking on the number 8 seed LSU Tigers tonight, 7:10 p.m. Eastern from Indianapolis. I'm going to take you through 3 or 4 things you need to know about this game and give you my prediction, let you know if Michigan, their storybook season, 21-4 record, could come to an end tonight against the LSU Tigers. It's all coming up on the Michigan football and basketball report right now. Number 1 seed in Michigan, 21-4 on the season. LSU, 19-9 on the year. And I'll talk about a couple of those losses later on here in the show. A few bad losses, but they have been hot lately. And it is kind of the thing to do today to predict that LSU is going to upset Michigan, the number 1 seed in the East, especially after Illinois, another number 1 seed out of the Big Ten, lost yesterday, and Big Ten hasn't had the greatest showing as of yet. So to give you a little bit of info on this game, 7:10 p.m. tonight, Eastern Time on CBS, where that game will be broadcast from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Cue up the jokes about Harbaugh has never been to Indianapolis, but Juwan Howard making his second trip there in the last week. So that is the game time, national game on CBS. So keep an eye out. Make sure you're watching. If you can't, we'll recap everything we can tomorrow morning after this one. The Wolverines favored by 5 points in this game, over under 148. And with LSU's defense being a little suspect, that could be potentially a low over-under on this one tonight, 7:10 Eastern out of Indianapolis. So I want to go through 3 or 4 things that we want to watch for tonight from the Michigan perspective. Make sure you go into this game fully aware and up to date on what LSU is bringing to the table. Number 1, they're hot. All right, they've got a 5-1 record so far in the month of March. Michigan, only 3-3 record so far in the month of March. So 3 of their 4 losses have come after March 1st. The Wolverines with a 21-4 record, 3-3 down the stretch. Doesn't make you feel good about them getting hot and making a deep run in the tournament. But they won their game against St. Bonaventure 82-66 on Saturday. LSU, conversely, won 76-61. The only loss LSU has had in March so far was a 1-point loss to the number 2 seed Alabama in this same East region in the SEC championship game a little over a week ago, about 8 days ago now. So it's going to be an interesting one. 2 suspect bad losses on LSU's resume I want to point out. Just because everyone's showing LSU love today, let's show them some anti-love. They lost to South Carolina, who went 6-15 this season. They also lost to Kentucky, who went 9-16. So although they're hot lately, 5-1 in the month of March, it's certainly not been a rosy season altogether for these LSU Tigers. But I want to ask you guys, before we get into our next points of emphasis, predict the score tonight's game, Michigan versus LSU. Down in the comments, let me know what you think the final score is. And of course, make sure you tell me who the winner will be in this one. I said earlier in the show, LSU is a suspect defense. They may be hot, but they are one of the worst defenses in certainly the Power 5 and one of the worst defenses overall in college basketball. The number 122 ranked defense in the Ken Pomeroy, aka Ken Pom ratings, in the adjusted defensive rankings. And of note, they are 5-10 in the season when an opponent shoots 42% or better. On the other side, that 42% mark. Michigan has shot 42% or better in 20 of their 25 games this season. They are 19-1 in those games. 20-0 when they shoot over 42%. They're 1-4 when they shoot under 42%. So I thought it was a really interesting stat how the game can sway on just that 42% shooting mark. Again, LSU 5-10 when their opponent shoots 42% or over. Michigan 20-0 when they shoot 42% or over, but only 1-4 when they shoot under 42%. Another just side note that you want to know about in this one, LSU is one of the worst teams in the country at preventing offensive rebounds. They are number 320 overall in preventing offensive rebounds. Their opponents got the offensive rebound 32.4% of the time that they missed a shot this season. So Michigan, want to win this one, got to exploit that potential advantage in LSU giving up a ton of offensive boards. Their offense, though, is hot. 76 points, 78 points, 79 points, and 76 points in their last 4 games in the postseason, which includes the SEC tournament, which they made to the championship game, and their win on Saturday in the round of 64. Number 5 offense in the country in the adjusted Ken Pom rating. So Michigan should be able to score against them, but LSU is definitely going to score against Michigan. Michigan, one of the better defensive teams in the country themselves, but LSU's offense certainly hot, and it is hot of late, 76, 78, 79, and 76 points on the last 4 games in the postseason so far. So that's why all the previews and predictions out there, I'm seeing everybody pulling for the LSU upset, and I believe most of it is because Isaiah Liver's not in the game, Michigan's struggling down the stretch, 3-3 in their last 6 games, and of course LSU getting smoking hot, making it to the SEC championship game. Their offense certainly a big catalyst in that late season surge after those early season embarrassing losses, South Carolina and Kentucky. Got some more stats and information I wanted to give you guys today for tonight's game. But before we do, make sure to subscribe to the channel. It's youtube.com/MichiganTV. Just hit that big red subscribe button below the video. If you forget, you swipe away, you got to come back. It's always youtube.com/MichiganTV. We're covering Michigan football all year long and Michigan basketball whenever they are top of the line on news. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're just this close to 13,000 subscribers. And if you subscribe, hopefully you'll never miss a video. So go ahead and do it right now. Now, some other things you want to know about going into this game. Michigan is dropped. Now, they're currently with Illinois going out, I assume Michigan would pop up to number 3 odds, but Houston actually has now surpassed them as the number 3 best odds to win the NCAA tournament. But Michigan still remains the 4th best odds to win the tournament. I believe it's plus 700 odds, so you put down 100. You want to put on the Wolverines, you get 700 back. 1-800-GAMBLER, not condoning it by any means, but just wanted to let you go. The loss of Illinois has not changed Michigan's overall odds. They're still 4th best in the country, but they're also number 1 in the East region to make it out and go to the Final Four. Just slightly, though, above Alabama, who comes in at plus 225. The Wolverines plus 185 odds to come out of the East in the 2021 March Madness bracket. Being played on a Monday in the first round, in this round of 32. A little bit odd, might throw your schedule off, but Michigan wins tonight. They'll play next weekend on Saturday, so keep an eye out for that one. Game time tonight, 7:10 p.m. Eastern in Indianapolis. It's the number 1 seed Wolverines against the number 8 seed LSU Tigers. Michigan favored by 6 in this one, and game is on CBS. Make sure to follow us, though, on the Newsbreak app and predict the score below. Michigan versus LSU, predict the score. I want to see if anybody can get it right, so go down in the comment section and do that right now. Enjoy the game and go blue.